Welcome back to Biohack Your Brain, a series on understanding your inner world. Today, I want to dive deep into one of the most fascinating and crucial processes of our lives: how our brains record the world around us and, without our conscious awareness, form the core beliefs that guide our every thought and action.
Wow, that's a bold idea. How exactly does our brain do all this without us even noticing?
Great question. Imagine just for a moment that you're a newborn, a complete blank slate bursting with potential. From day one, your brain is hard at work. It's not simply soaking in information passively, it's actively recording every sound, every touch, every glance you experience. Think of it like building the foundation of a house. All those early experiences and interactions lay the groundwork for everything that comes later. If that foundation is solid, nurtured in a loving, secure environment, then your entire structure will be strong and stable. But if the foundation is shaky, it can lead to challenges as you grow up.
So, you're saying that the environment we grow up in acts like the foundation of a house? How critical is that early nurturing for our future?
It's absolutely critical. Imagine your early brain as a block of soft, pliable clay just waiting to be shaped. Every experience you have, every sound, every touch, every burst of emotion acts like a gentle hand molding that clay. Instead of meticulously recording every little detail, your brain focuses on capturing the emotional punch of each moment. When you're filled with joy, fear, or excitement, those feelings carve deep, lasting grooves into your memory. That's why, even years later, a familiar smell or a catchy sound can instantly transport you back to those formative moments. Your brain is saying, hey, this was important.
That's a powerful image. Can you give an example of how a simple sensation, like a smell, might trigger such a deep memory?
Your brain is always at work, organizing everything you experience, like an amazing internal architect drawing up blueprints we call schemas. These mental frameworks group similar experiences together, shaping not only how you remember events, but also how you feel about them. They guide your emotional responses by drawing on past feelings when you face new situations. Plus, they play a huge role in forming your self image and identity, setting the unspoken rules for how you interact with others. For example, growing up in a nurturing environment might help you see the world as safe and supportive, whereas a chaotic setting might lead you to believe that the world is dangerous or untrustworthy.
And that's really interesting. How do these schemas actually affect the way we remember things and interact with others every day?
Another key piece in this process is the role of mirror neurons. These amazing cells don't just turn on when you act, they light up when you watch someone else act too. This means that from a very early age, you're not only learning from your own experiences, but you're also unconsciously picking up on the behaviors and emotions of those around you. It's like your brain is naturally tuned to absorb and mirror the world, helping shape who you become. You're not just learning from your own experiences, you're also unconsciously mimicking and internalizing the behaviors and, more importantly, the emotions of those around you, especially your caregivers.
So, mirror neurons help us learn by watching others. How does that influence our emotional development?
Here's something truly fascinating. All this happens largely without our conscious awareness. Our brains are wired to quickly and efficiently process experiences to meet our most basic needs. As a child, you need safety, nourishment, and comfort. Our brain's rapid processing of emotional and sensory information in early childhood isn't made for remembering detailed moments of our experiences. Instead, it focuses on capturing the emotional essence of those moments. This is why we end up with deep, lasting emotions rather than detailed memories of our early days. In simple terms, when you're very young, your brain prioritizes what's most important for survival and learning. The feelings associated with experiences, not every detail.
That makes a lot of sense. It sounds like our early brains are more concerned with the feelings behind experiences than with the specifics. Why do you think that matters for our development?
So, to tie it all together, our brains are like sponges. From the moment we're born, we're absorbing and organizing the world around us. This unconscious process is crucial for survival. It equips us with the internal maps we need to meet our basic needs and navigate the complexities of life. Our emotional imprints, the schemas we build, and the mirroring of those around us all work together in a seamless dance of nature and nurture.
In other words, our brains create a roadmap for life without us even realizing it. How does that shape our everyday decision making?
Our core beliefs are the deeply held convictions that guide our perceptions, emotions, and decisions. Understanding this complete picture is crucial as it illuminates why many of these beliefs remain unchallenged well into adulthood, even when they may no longer serve our best interests.
It's amazing to think that the roots of our beliefs are so deeply embedded in our early experiences. Why do you think many of these beliefs stay with us, even when they're not helpful?
Many of the beliefs we form in childhood tend to stick with us, even when they're not really helpful, because they were built during a time when our brains were all about survival and learning from strong emotions, not about recording every tiny detail. As little kids, our minds created powerful, emotionally charged impressions that became the blueprints of who we are, what we call schemas. These blueprints go on to shape how we see the world, how we feel, and even how we interact with others well into adulthood. Over time, repeated experiences reinforce these early beliefs, making them our default way of understanding everything, even if they've become outdated. The exciting part is that by revisiting and rethinking these early schemas, we can start rewriting our inner story, opening the door to healthier, more adaptive ways of experiencing life.
So, by understanding these early processes, we can actually change how we see ourselves and the world.
That's the whole point. When you recognize that your core beliefs, though deeply ingrained, aren't unchangeable, it becomes incredibly empowering. Becoming aware of these hidden patterns lets you reshape your inner narrative. And when you do, you're not only transforming your own life, you're also setting a positive example for future generations.
That's a powerful message. It really shows that we have the ability to take control of our own stories and make positive changes.
Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey into the hidden workings of your brain. Remember, you have the power to biohack your brain, to rewire those neural pathways, and to rewrite the story of your life. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and embrace the incredible power of your inner world.